Good morning, welcome back to a brand new video from a sunny Miracle Mountain. Yet again, is it another beautifully sunny autumn day. Everything's looking amazing, the colours are changing, and I'm about to head up into the forest because I have some work to be getting on with up there. And it's looking real nice. Look at the house between the trees and the different colours around the house. It's not just green anymore, we're getting this beautiful selection of colours. It's probably one of my favourite times of the year, to be honest. Spring's amazing as well, don't get me wrong, but autumn, I get to prepare the firewood really soon because probably sometime in November I'm gonna have to get the wood burner on, and them nights are special when I'm just lounging around in my living room with no lights on and nothing but the flicker of the orange light from the wood fire. It's unbelievable, it's so cozy. You probably guessed already, but I'm on my way to let the animals out. The chickens are being incredibly slow today. Why don't you want to come out? Is something threatening you? Oh, that one's straight out. Come on then. Good. I had a little bit of an incident yesterday because I came down to the goats and I put some food out in their buckets, and I'm not sure if they're in heat or what's going on, but they were fighting. They both had a bucket each, and I've not seen them that aggressive to each other before, and it was quite disturbing to witness. Proper getting up on their back legs and then headbutting each other, and obviously Matilde hasn't got any horns whatsoever, so she managed to rip a scab off her head and started bleeding. So I've treated it, it should be fine. But yeah, I was really surprised because I always thought that Margot was the top goat and she was fully in control, but after seeing what I saw yesterday where Matilde nearly knocked Margot out, it was quite alarming. Are you girls going to be nice to each other today, yeah? I don't know if you can see the scab on the top of her head, but it is scabbed over quite nicely, which is good. That kind of lump, that's the old scab that she banged off, because obviously she's got no horns, so maybe we need to get you a helmet with some little horns on so you can so you can rot with this one. But yeah, I'd rather they just played nice together, but I guess this is part of their power dynamic. When there's just two of them, someone's got to be the top goat. They just don't realise I'm the top goat. Come on then, I've got work to do. I'm heading up the mountain. You can come with me if you want and eat some food around the pond, but otherwise stay down here and I'll see you later around lunchtime. They're just like, yeah, whatever, we'll do whatever we want. The goats are following me, so that's good. And it's been a while since I worked up in the forest because of obviously the summer and all the fire bans and whatnot and all the tool bans. So in Portugal you can't use certain tools certain times of years, which is very sensible because people are idiots and they don't know what they're doing, and they think it's sensible in really warm weather to get chainsaws and other tools out when you just shouldn't be using them whatsoever. I've just picked up my waders because I'm going to be needing them for the first task this morning, so I pop them in there. For some reason they're wet already and they've just been sitting under the veranda. They don't smell, so I can't blame it on Furrnando this time. It must just be the moisture content in the morning because it's getting cold at night now. Matilde is just on her back legs eating all the lower leaves and the lower branches. Right, time to head down to the workshop and pick up all of my tools for what I'm going to need because there's some fallen trees along the way.
Letting go, warmth and home, fight cold, shiver deep, you'll always be alone. heart's away. Feel it bitter flake and bleed.
I've just arrived at the workshop and I'm actually quite excited for this because it's the first time since essentially before the summer that I'm back on the chainsaw. I'm back on like doing land maintenance and getting stuck in, and essentially that is because in Portugal obviously it's very hot and there's a big fire risk throughout the summer. So that means that sensibly they put in place lots of bans for the use of certain tools between certain times and certain dates depending on the fire risk level. So yeah, the fire risk level is back down low today, so I can get on with some work. I'm probably going to be out on the tractor later, possibly, depending on this battery situation, because the battery is dead and I need to make sure that I'm not going to start the tractor and then take it somewhere and it just die on me. But for all of the new subscribers out here, because there are quite a lot of you, so welcome. This is kind of like my land management wall. So this has got everything I need: chainsaws, brush cutters, strimmers, leaf blowers, fuel, everything you could imagine. I'm just going to take this small electric and then one small petrol chainsaw today. There's no need for anything bigger than that, I don't think. That is, of course, as long as no big trees have fallen down since I've last been up there. I'd say that's all I need for today. I got 2 saws, 1 petrol, 1 electric and some chain oil. And I won't forget my helmet because my parents will be watching this. I've not driven this way up into the forest for a while. I've got 4, 5 different trails that I can take into the forest, and this one's my preferred one, but there's some pipes in the way, so I just need to move them out. Back from when I was doing the work on the lake. So I just need to slide these big tubes out of the way because these are actually really expensive, so I will be reusing all of this stuff for a different project because I didn't need to use it on the lake. Oh, this is hard filming and doing this one-handed. I don't know what this footage is going to look like, but there we go, ready to drive past. I lied, there was one more pipe, so that can go down there. Right, so the pipes are out the way and I should be able to fit the UTV through here just about. And obviously you can see this tree needs cutting back. I need to cut back all the trees along the path, and I'll do that at some point probably in the new year, because right now it looks like the UTV is being burnt out of the evergreens. So I've just arrived at the tree that's fallen in the road, and I thought it was more, but actually it's only one tree blocking this route, so that makes my life way easier today. I've just got the small electric chainsaw out. As long as the chain's sharp enough, it'll be fine to go through this. It's only a small tree, to be honest. I could have just dragged it out of the way, but my motto is on the property is essentially if I just dragged every tree out the way and just left it, the place would become overrun with just branches and trees all over the place and nothing organised. So what I like to do is cut it up properly, stack it on the side of the road, and then I'll come back eventually. I'll either use it for firewood or some sort of building project. Right, let's see if this saw is going to do the trick. That was easy enough. Now time to head up to the pond and get that cleaned out, but when I'm up there I'll show you what needs doing. I have some very good news. It's not as bad as it looks, I don't think. I won't fully know until I'm standing in the pond. I need to get my waders on now, but I'll show you what I'm dealing with. It's probably quite hard to see, but this is a silt pond. So it traps all of the silt that's running down the mountain in big floods and heavy rains, and it stops it going into the lake, which is it's a really good system actually. It does need digging out probably every 3 to 4 years. I haven't had to dig it out again. You can see the animals are drinking from here and they've created their own pathway up. So I'm going to put a trail cam here soon and see what we can capture. But the water is running down from the right hand side up the mountain, well, down the mountain from up the mountain, and then you can see over there, this is the problem. There's a tree that's fallen into the pond, and also there's loads of bulrushes that are spreading all over, so I need to contain them. Waders are on. It's so peaceful up here with the sound of the trickling water from the top of the mountain. It's just beautiful. So I've got everything crossed that this is a silt pond, so I know it's going to be silty obviously, but I just hope that it doesn't go like 2-3 feet up to my waist. That would not be good. I'm just walking around the edge. I can see loads of footprints from different wildlife, which is cool, but you can see this is what's happened. A big branch has fallen off this beautiful old, really established chestnut tree that's absolutely massive, and it's probably just died off one of the branches and now it needs removing. And also all of them bulrushes, they are spreading like crazy, so I'm going to clean that up as well while I'm in here. Let's go. Also there's a pipe in here I need to find, so another mission after I've cleaned out is to find the pipe. This is normally a nice clear pond, but Not right now, it's a little bit swampy, so once I've cleaned all this out and the water's flowing again nicely, it will clear up lovely. It is very silty. Whoa, nearly fell over. This is a much bigger branch than I imagined it was going to be. Look at the size of that. Right, now that's out of the water, I can get the chainsaw, cut it up. That was heavy. This is chestnut, so it's extremely heavy, hardwood, but obviously it's soaking wet as well, so it's even heavier. This pond's quite deceiving. It gets pretty deep fast. There's a big drop off just where I've started to stack the trees, so yeah, I need to be careful. But this little electric saw is working wonders. I think this is the last piece of chestnut in the water, so that's good. The aim is to stack it all here in the mouth of where all the water comes in, and then I'm going to drag it up onto higher ground so there's no possibility that this can get swept down the mountain and cause any blockages whatsoever. These bigger bits here, they just go up here on the side. There's a small chestnut tree growing up, so I might as well get rid of it. All's going quite well so far. It's quite hard standing in that silty water. It really wants to suck you in, so I'm gonna have a go now at some of these bulrushes before pulling all of that chestnut tree and branches that I just cut down up onto higher ground. I'm hopeful that these bulrushes will just pull straight out, but I've never done it before, so I'm soon to find out. Let's see. Wow, they really have spread quite badly, to be honest. So try and grab them as low as possible. See if I can pull the roots out to stop them regrowing back. Oh, that is coming out of the root. Oh, that's really good. That is heavy though. That is, oh, look at that. That is ridiculous. Wow. Okay, this is going to take a bit longer than I first anticipated. I've just discovered that they float really nicely, so I'm just going to pull them out, put them in one area and then push them to where I want them and then pull them onto the bank. But I can tell you, this is very hard work.
Where there's too many people in this town, there's not enough space to go around. I've been working, I've been saying, I've been thinking. Well, I think I just seen Jesus Christ. He's hiding in between the neon lights, in the bar rooms, in the bedrooms, in the card rooms. So I'll do my best to try and say my goodbye. Time will tell if I make it. I'll be out for the rest of my life.
I massively underestimated bulrushes. That is hard work. That is hard on the back as well, pulling big heavy root systems. The root systems of these things are just, they're crazy. They've got a whole network that runs under the pond, so I'm making sure that I pull as much as I can out now while I'm doing it. Best to do it properly and once and have to come back like in a couple of months and do it all over again. So I basically eradicated most of them. There's some left, but now I've got the hard task of getting them from the water onto the bank. So I basically pushed them all to one side like a big floating island, and I'm just gonna throw them onto the bank now. I've also just cleaned out around the overflow pipe so that when the rains do come, nothing gets washed into that pipe, blocks it, and then the water rises above the dam wall, which is just here, and like I said earlier, causes damage further downstream. You're probably wondering, like, why are you doing all this? Because you are going to sell the property. That's correct. The property will probably be going on the market in the new year. I've still got lots of things to sort out with estate agents and whatnot, but I want the property obviously maintained and kept nice, so when I've got viewings they can see it in its best possible light. But also when someone buys it, I want them to be able to move straight in and not have a load of headaches to worry about. So if I can sort all this, I know what I'm doing, I know how the whole system works, and obviously the new person who purchases this property, I'll go through everything, how everything works, where all of the pipes are. I can draw diagrams and make it a really nice, straightforward handover for them. Okay, I just stood on the pipe, so that's another thing ticked off the list. The pipe has been secured. Now I just need to try and throw these onto the bank here, and then what I'll do is I'll wait however many months it takes for these to fully dry out and die, and they go really light, and then I'll just come through with the brush cutter, with the metal blade, the mulching blade, and I'll just mulch them all down to nothing. So these will be turned to dust in the next 3 or 4 months. I'm just washing all of the thick mud off my arms and my hands and cleaning up, and the water is a beautiful temperature. It's nice and cool. It feels amazing on my skin, and I can see from here the pond looks so much better. It was well worth doing for sure. This is the same water that I'm washing with now that I'm going to go down to the house and have a shower with. Obviously it goes through filters, but I'd have no qualms whatsoever in just drinking this water straight from the spring. It's so clear, it's so fresh, and it's just wonderful to have on the property. Just this amount of water running down the mountain at the end of summer with no rain in sight. Probably get rain in the next couple of weeks, and this will just keep going. It's amazing. So there we have it, a bulrush free pond that looks so much better. A nice layer of duckweed to keep the water nice underneath it. And that is really a good job, ticked off the list. I cannot forget the chainsaw, I nearly did. I very nearly forgot the chainsaw. So I am currently in the truck on my way to the city of Castelo Branco, which is a long drive from where I live, but it's worth it because I need to go and speak to Toyota about various bits and pieces, and also book in this truck for a service. And when I'm there, I can pick up some hay for the goats, some food for the cats. I'll probably do a big shop for myself as well because there's a big supermarket there. And also, there's a pretty good skate park by the looks of it, so I might drop in there, have a little skate before I head home. Also, I've just remembered that I couldn't get the paint that I need to finish the workshop floor at the new house. So I'm hopeful that in one of the stores there, they will have the paint that I need in the same color. So I have just arrived at Castelo Branco at the sports complex where the skate park is, and it feels like being a teenager again, going skateboarding and getting back into it, but with way more responsibilities than I had back then. But teenage me would have been very proud of how far I've come and the fact that I'm rocking up to the skate park in the Hilux. That was always my dream when I was a kid, so I'm stoked about that. But I can feel the heat. It's so much hotter in Castelo Branco than the mountains where Miracle Mountain is. I'm not sure if that is actually a parking space, but it's nice and close to the skate park, which is just over this hill. And actually this place looks really fun. There's a ton of different obstacles, a big street section, loads of ramps, and it actually doesn't look in bad condition, which is exciting. And you've got this like street plaza area over here. You've got this spine and all these different ramps. It's all flooding back to me to when I used to skate and skateboard, and used to be my whole life. So to not have done it for so long, I'm really excited to get back on a board. It's a very different environment than being on the farm, but it's good to mix it up a bit, I guess. And it's good to be out skating again. Big up my friend Bobby, who gave me this full setup to get me back on a board and skating again when I was back in the UK. Now I remember why I spent my whole childhood skateboarding. That was actually so fun. I only had one slam, and yeah, it hurts a little bit because I'm getting older. It's going to be funny going to Toyota now, covered in sweat, and yeah, walking in there and being like, yeah, I'm covered in sweat. I look like a mess, but I had lots of fun at 37. At the skate park after not skateboarding properly for like 15 years. That was so fun. I'm very rusty, extremely rusty, but obviously the more you practice, the better you get. So if there's anyone in the area of Central Portugal who wants to skate, then hit me up in the comments of this video and we'll make it happen. Right, back to the trusty steed and then get to Toyota and see what I can work out with them guys. That is the hay successfully picked up. Now on to the next task. I've also been to Toyota and I waited an hour. It took way longer than I thought it was going to take. I waited a whole hour because I needed to wait for the guy's manager to come and okay a few things, and in the end she just never came. So I was just like, look, I gotta leave. I gotta get back to my animals. I can't just wait here for like 2 hours for your manager. So the customer service in that place is absolutely hilarious. Like, it's always like that. It's never good. It's just never good. Like, there was no apology. There was no like, oh, sorry, you had to wait for a whole hour to see someone. That never actually happened. It was just like, oh, okay, bye. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna now go supermarket shopping and then head home. Actually, I've got some rubbish that I need to put in the bins, because in Portugal, if you live on a farm, like I obviously do, far away from a road, you don't have a bin. So you have to get rid of your own rubbish into public bins, essentially. I'm currently just cruising around the industrial estate in the city looking for a suitable bin so I can offload that rubbish, go food shopping and then head back and check on the animals. But I'll catch you back at Miracle Mountain.
I'm so sure there's nothing pure. I'm so sure there's nothing sacred here. From the corner of your eye, I see them laugh.
So I've currently run out of time to go out on the tractor today and brush cut a trail through my new property. So I'm gonna have to leave that for tomorrow. But I still do have enough time today to get a few of the bits and pieces done. So I'm gonna load up the UTV and head down there now. I'm gonna need this hose pipe that's currently plumbed into this tap here. The goats have nearly ran out of water and the chickens down at their 3,000 litre tank, so I'm going to refill that. And that fills up from the spring, the same place I get the water for the house. That also goes down to the animal enclosure, and there's taps all the way down the road, which is very useful, so I can tap in to water all over the property. I was just going to fill your water up, Mathilde, but what are you eating? Have you stolen a bag of potatoes? How did that get there? She literally just took that from the veranda and started eating the potatoes. I mean, she can have them. Oh, and now Fernando's here. I don't think you would like the potatoes, although you do eat everything. Having animals is actually so entertaining. Right, I'm heading down to their enclosure now. So I think I'm going to end the video there. It's been a great one. I've achieved a lot, got a huge amount done in just a short amount of time, and it's unfortunate that I couldn't get out on the tractor today, but I'm just going to lose the light really soon. By the time I've got the tractor out, taking it down to my new property and started brush cutting, it's going to be dark. So I need to make sure the animals are safe, get them fed and watered for tonight, and then basically clear up the house, because I've got a friend coming over to watch the boxing with me, which will be really nice. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video, where I'll probably end up brush cutting with the tractor the trails through the new property. So that's exciting to see how that's going to look. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.